And we are live. Hello and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sport for Bulls versus Connacht. And we've just seen the Lions decimate Zebra, which was really cool to see as a Lions fan. And now we're going to wait to see if the Bulls are going to be able to pick up where the Lions left off and add a second win of the weekend for South African sides after the Stormers went down last night. And it's been a mixed bag so far in the first two games. A very good game and a very bad game from the two South African teams. Let's find out what the Bulls are going to do against Connacht before we then see if the Sharks going to get their first win of the season. And surely they have to with all their Springboks back later. But nothing is ever guaranteed. I don't think it's as simple as saying that the Sharks are losing simply because of their the lack of Springboks. I don't think that is the sole reason that they've not been doing particularly well. But that's a game for later. Before then, we've obviously got to go to Loftus. Bulls are back. Some World Cup winners are back. A debut in waiting for Billy LaRue. We ran out to Loftus in front of the faithful as a Bulls player for the first time in just a few minutes. Let me know what you think of the game as well. Let me know who you're supporting. Go and vote in the poll as well and give us your thoughts on who you think is going to win. Gianluca Gnecchi is the 31-year-old referee from Brescia, Italy. Made his URC debut in 2020, so would have been 28 years old. So to reviews, AJ Jacobs and Dylan November. Andrea Periardi is the TMO. And there we go. Those are your match officials. But yeah, when it's score predictions, people, what are we thinking? Yeah, what are we thinking? I predicted the Bulls win. I think back at home, I think it is a bit of Fortress Loftus. I think that's so hot that there will be drinks breaks, for example. So I think they can use that to their advantage. So I'm predicting a Bulls win. I'll be very interested to know what you guys think and whether you guys agree with me, disagree. What are you guys thinking at the end of the day? Make sure that we're all sorted here with our data feeds and stuff like that, and our scoreboard. Yeah, I mean, look, it must be hot sitting in those stands over there in Loftus. Not overly envious of them, to be honest. I'm cooking in my studio, let alone in the stadiums. I think we're all sorted now. So should we go through the teams, shall we? Let me just get our team on my screen over here, so I can tell you who's playing. As I did confirm that Billy LaRue will be making his debut tonight, also this evening, this afternoon, late afternoon, evening, really, 5 o'clock here in South Africa. I think we're back. So I had a couple of issues there, but we are back and should be sorted now. So apologies for that. Right, RPG reckons Bulls win by 14. I think I said by 5 in my Super Brew prediction. Right, both teams have just come onto the park. So kick will be underway very shortly. And let's tell us who those teams are, shall we? Right, so for the Bulls, it's Gerard Stenenkamp, Akka van der Merwe, Wilco Low in the front row. That'll be backed up by Reynard Ludwig and Ruan Nokia. Marco Verstaden is back in the mix and starts today. He's next to Alrik Low and Nizam Kar. You've got Jaco van der Walt, Sergio and Zach Berger as your halfback pairing. Sergio Peterson, Sebastian de Klerk, the two wings. David Creel, Stefan Gans in the centers. Billy LaRue at full-back on debut for Billy LaRue. And Jack van der Walt with the ball in hand. They'll be getting things underway, playing right to left. The bench for the Bulls will be Jan Hendrik Wessel, Sampiero Matanzima, Morne Smith, Janko Swanepoel, Carl Brink, Ambrose Pierre, Chris Smith, and Kanan Moody. The team for Connacht is as follows: Dennis Buckley, Tyg McElroy, Finley Beelum, Darren Murray, Joe Joyce, Oisin Darling, Seamus Hurley-Langton, and Sean Jansen on debut as well. Not for Connacht, well, for Connacht as well. And his URC debut as well. That's what I meant to get at. Jack Carty will partner Colin Riley in the 9-10 combination there. Diamond Kilgallen, Byron Norton, the two wings. Cathal Ford in the midfield with David Hawkshaw, Tiernan O'Halloran at full back. As the Bulls do get things underway, they go down the right-hand side. An early touch for Cathal Ford, and he does find touch. I mean, why does his jersey look dirty? Maybe just the design of it. These guys not pay enough to be able to wash them last weekend. Solid first liner there for the Bulls. And Marco Verstappen comes away with it. Wilco Lowe, who's had a really good start to life in a Bulls jersey. And won a man of the match a couple of weeks ago. And very good pressure being exerted on Willie Leroux. So carried there from Renard Ludwig. Zach Berger goes to Kira Stina, come back on the angle, slightly isolated. So Zach Berger has to get involved in the ruck, which is not really especially, is it? Wilco Lowe in that scrum half. Jack van der Walt going short to Albert Lowe. Throws a couple players away and eventually brought down the halfway line. Zach Berger fires it back to Willie Leroux. He's just dabbing it over the top. Oh, and just running into touch. It's a nice idea. Space to collect. Marco Verstappen. We're running onto it. That's a bit of a strange side, isn't it? Seeing Willie Leroux in a Bulls jersey. Alpha Lincoln says, theoretically, this European team won't survive this heat and altitude again. So, well, that's the thing, isn't it? Although, again, the Bulls have also been traveling. So they wouldn't be as used to the altitude as they would be normally. Right, good line up there from Connacht. Good work here. They're wrapping down the right-hand side here. And they've created a bit of space. So up towards the halfway line, going to Byron Ralston. Not too many options, so O'Halloran just kicks him behind. Sergio Pearson is back there, as is Willie Leroux, I think it is. It's a pretty good kick. Then ball back in field. And it's going to be a kick from Carly's chased by O'Halloran. Willie Leroux goes to the right-hand side to Jacob van der Walt. Jacob van der Walt seeing a lot of space there. That could be a 50-22. Oh, it's just short of the 22. What a kick that is from Jacob van der Walt. Looking to try, I suppose, get himself back in the Scottish setup, really, if he can play well, find some form. Watching Formula 1 earlier. I've got the match step song in my head now. Taken back as the call as Carty hammers us down, the captain for today. Now Bulls looking down the left-hand side. Willie Leroux looking for options. Goes to Sergio Peterson. And forward from Willie Leroux. That's not a good start to proceedings here, Willie. Yeah, that's just not from Willie Leroux. It's lazy, really. No real excuse for it. Right, so first scrum of the match here. I think Bulls are a little bit lighter, but Wilco Lowe is a hell of a scrummager. So I do think the Bulls could have the advantage here. They go on the right-hand side. It's Colin Riley, and then they kick him behind, and it's just inside. It's a good kick from Jack Carty, so it'll be a line out for the Bulls inside 22. Solid start so far from the captain and fly half. Good foundation being set by the scrum. Right, so here we go. In fact, I think it was touch actually, or it was actually back inside the 22. So it did advance the 22. It did indeed. So it actually is a Connacht line out. Big carry there coming from Seamus Hurley Langton. Now popping back inside goes to Byron Ralston, the scrum capped winger. Now the big number 8 on debut, Sean Janssen. Galcarty looking to wrap around. Back on the angle. Here comes Cathal Ford. Good ball carrying last week for Connacht. Carty goes to Joe Joyce. Good tackle on him. Back down the left-hand side. Connacht, Jack Carty looking for options. Fires it back behind a couple of players to O'Halloran. Stepping around, but he's eventually brought down by Roy Nokia. Back into the 22. Connacht going on the left-hand side. Yeah, back ball back inside towards Ty McElroy. Good hands there. Good angle being run by Darren Murray. Now nice soft handling. Good soft skills here. Darling with the pop. Now Carty. That's a really good tackle. That's a brilliant tackle from Sergio Peterson. Great read. And then that's really stupid by going off his feet with Zach Berger and playing the ball on the ground. So penalty Connacht. Decision time now. Be interested to see. They can take the points here. It is going to be a pretty straightforward kick a goal if they want it. Or do they go towards the corner? What do we think? What should they do? Personally, I think probably take the points. Jack Carty, I think, is waiting for his team. So you will take the points here. Right, so we've got a poll running in the comments asking who you think is going to win. And a lot of people are backing the Bulls. So if you haven't voted, go and vote in that poll. Good kick there from Jack Carty. And Connacht get the first points on the board. 3 points nil after 7.5 minutes. Haven't really had much possession so far, Connacht. A couple of decent touches in that particular phase, in that first real spell of possession. So positive signs, I think, for them. And then the restart there. Clearance man inside the 22. So another attacking opportunity here. What's the longest walk you can take? Maximus. Dear. Right, so Akman Amerbi with ball in hand on the 22. Yeah, what could the Bulls conjure up? By the way, have you seen those circles on the screen? That's from golf. It's like a whole golf thing at the moment. You can go play. You've been able to go play golf at Ellis. I mean, at Loftus the last couple of weeks. Good carrier. Now Nizam Carr, bit of a half gap opening up for him. And they're playing the scrum off there. So penalty advantage for the Bulls right in front of Poles. Good soft, good to hands almost there. Pass behind Villaroo. And then it went forward. So they'll go back. And I think that the Bulls over here will take the 3 and cancel out that penalty. And yeah, it's just sloppy, just taking out and playing the 9. And Jakob van der Walt has indeed received the kicking tee and will take the 3. Very nice. Some of these ex-Lions players, just come back to the Lions. You just remember your start. You need to remember their roots. And there it is, 3 points for the Bulls, and they level proceedings after just about, call it 10 minutes. Deep restart there. Albert Lowe having to backtrack. Now he's on the front foot. But pretty deep inside 22 here are the Bulls. And I think Zach Berger will ask for a phase here. Yeah, goes to Wilco Lowe. And I'm just going to roll this back and find and look for his clearance. Looking to go to touch here. So little pieces after it. And it's come forward off the Connacht hand to Wilco Lowe. That's a great pass out towards Jacob van der Walt. Jacob van der Walt goes to the boot. Once again, it's a huge kick from Jacob van der Walt. Ball actually bounced back inside. I'll tell you what, Sebastian Clark's herring after this. And it's a good step, good composure being shown by Jack Carty. And I'll tell you what, if that is bounced inside, which it hasn't, that is very unfortunate for him. He's going to be out in the full. That was centimeters away from being a brilliant 50-22. Unfortunately, it won't, and it'll be a line out all the way back inside at Connacht territory. So very unfortunate there for Jack Carty. So all the Bulls players back in and sporting very, very short haircuts. We've got Jacob van der Merwe with the buzz cut. We've got Wilco Lowe's always got no hair. Gerard Steenekam's not got a lot of hair on him at the moment. We've got Ruan Nokia. Look for the rolling more here, our Bulls. Pops on the right hand side. There goes Sebastian de Klerk. Comes back inside. Throws it back into Jacob van der Merwe to Ruan Nokia. Ruan Nokia looking for options. Pops it to Jacob van der Merwe down the side. That's a try and a half, isn't it? Well played. Well played. That was pretty good. Yeah, that gets my seal of approval. Great support play, this. Ball over the top from Jacob van der Merwe, then goes to Sebastian de Klerk. Back to Jacob van der Merwe, goes to Ruan Nokia. Jacob van der Merwe still there. Down the right side he goes. I mean, that's about 3 players. And Jacob van der Merwe, I think, touched that ball about 3 or 4 times in that segment. That is a fantastic advert for why support play is so important. Jacob van der Merwe making himself available, keeping up with him, and bang, he goes over for it. Jack van der Walt right on the right-hand side there. And it's just missed down the right-hand side as well. So 8 points to 3. Bulls' first try of the match. Perfect pop as well. Yeah, it's just good support play at the end of the day. That's all that is. Just making yourself available. Right, Jack Hardy down the right-hand side. Albert Lowe underneath it. Pass it back in towards Zach Berger, who's got a pretty decent angle to find his clearance. And finds touch inside the Connacht half. That's a great clearance from Zach Berger. Good work from him. Starting to come into his own a little bit. I think important couple of seasons ahead for Zach Berger. Coming into sort of his prime, really. He's still quite young. A long pass out wide to Cathal Ford. Then goes to Hawkshaw. Driving powerfully with those legs. Slow boy here. Right on the left-hand side. Byron Rawson coming inside looking for a bit of work. Riley fires out to Finley Beelum. Tries to go short to Derek Murray. Akpanamova trying to jackal it. And the ball's come out, and eventually flings out to Carter. Or Carty rather than Carter. I wish it was Carter. Imagine watching Dan Carter again. Colin Riley. Firing it out back to Carter. Goes back inside. To O'Halloran. Not too much for momentum so far yet from Connacht. I expect him to go to the boot here. Yeah, I think Carty's back in the pocket. Yeah, it goes down the middle. To David Creel. That's why Billy Root. Now he goes to Sebastian Leclerc. He wants to chip and chase. And it's forward. It's evaded everybody. And then Stefan Hunt's come across and he's hacked it ahead. And it's eventually gone out to touch between the 10 and the 22. Stefan Hunt's, I think, will have a bit of competition from Canan Moody. I'll be very interested to see where Canan Moody comes on for. Or who he comes on for and where he plays later. Could very well see Canan Moody playing at 13 a lot this season. I think this match would be an interesting one to see if that is indeed the plan. Akpanamova getting a bit of treatment there. Doesn't look very happy as Akpanamova. Getting some treatment from the medics. Seems to be a shoulder issue. There's a bit of break and play. Allows you guys to go and vote on the poll, which I'm going to close in about 10 minutes' time. Previous results, by the way, the Connacht, they basically win it wherever they are. Connacht beat the Bulls at home, and the Bulls beat Connacht last season at home as well. No, so it must have been, yeah. So why are they at home again? Unless, yeah, I actually don't think it. No, yeah, so must have been, last season must have been away. So they both actually beat each other away, which is interesting. Ah, you're taking the water break. What? Why are we taking a water break? Are you sure? I mean, we're only about 12 minutes in. Supposed to be taking 20 minutes in. Right, now it seems that we're finally ready to continue. 15 minutes played so far. So I suppose, yeah, close enough, really, for the water break. And it's a pretty sloppy line-out, and it will be a Bulls scrum. Not his best work for Tyag McElroy. Then we have to call this. We have a reset. 8 resets. It's just a waste of my time. Let's get going here, people. Let's get going. Right, free kick here for the Bulls. Pretty sure they just called for scrum anyway. But the scrum is very, very messy at the moment. Richard's saying, Albert says, it's a lot warmer in Pretoria than Joburg. It was 35 at Loftus, 2 p.m. Ouch. Nah, I'm all right, eh? Rich says, yes, hello, all the Bulls must win this one. Let's walk this one, sorry. It's a new bloody feature on YouTube. I can't see the flipping chat. Go away. Right, so we have, the scrum here. We've been scrumming for the last 3 minutes, really. There's a Bull scrum on the far right-hand side, just outside of 22. Advantage up for the Bulls. Zach Burger goes to David Creel. His brother earlier scoring a try for the Lions. Back on the change of direction there to Alred Low. Now back down the left-hand side, Stefan Hans. No advantage there. And infringement from the Bulls will go back for the initial penalty advantage. So they have a penalty just outside the 22, which I'm sure will be to chip to the corner and take the line out. Yeah, that's exactly what Valerie does do. So Bulls now 10 meters out. Can they find their second try of the day? Oh, that's a big hit there from Low. That's Darden. So okay from him. Escon back to the side. Now they have a Creel. Back on the angle there. Bulls about 10 meters out. Now Volko Low. He only knows one way, and that is forward up to the 5-meter line. Pick up a go from Alred Low, and he's going to go over. Yeah, good work. Good awareness. No pillars. And he just realized that. Good awareness from him. Alred Low. And they tried to go with it. Bulls starting off very, very nicely here in the heat. Yeah, good pressure being applied there. Good awareness from the number 7. Good try. Yeah, nice carry from Volko Low, and you can just see, yeah, so it's Machine Darling there, who just shifts to the right, and Alred Low sees that he shifts, and that opens up the gap for him to go straight through, and he's so close. Even by the time there is a tackle, he just takes the ball over. Some ice in the back of the neck here for a couple of players in the heat, trying to cool down. Richard said, who scored the first one? Wife maybe working the guards. I missed the first 15 minutes. Akvan Amerva, very nice try. Good support play from the various players. Restart down the right-hand side to the try scorer himself. Alred Low goes inside to Zach Burger, whose kick is charged down. And it's almost going to work out really well. He gets there and hacks it forward. So Hadlin has to go all the way back to his own half to fetch the ball. He's going to chip and chase here to a bit of space. And it's going to fall back to Zach Burger. He's very involved here, Zach Burger, up to the halfway line. Available for Winnock here at scrum half. He goes to Marcus Don, pops it to Billy. Long pass out wide, Steman Khan. Steman Khan's looking to inject a bit of pace here. Nizam Carr going nice and straight. He gets away from one. Sebastian, oh, that's terrible. Terrible from Nizam Carr. Threw that pass way too early. And allow the defender to get out. Surely somebody with that experience can't be making that kind of mistake. I mean, it's a 2-on-1 situation. He threw the pass too early and they made the tackle Sebastian to collect and then tackled him out. It's actually a 3-on-1. He had an option to go inside as well. That probably should have been a try. Yeah, I mean, really, he had two players on the inside, actually. So he had three options. And he chose the wrong one. Oh, a bit of break of play. We once again went ready to get going. It's taken us almost half an hour to play 22 minutes of rugby. So it's going to be a long game, I reckon. Right, McElroy. That's a messy long straight to Nizam Khan. This time he gets it right to Akvanamova. Back to Ruan Currie. See that combination. Back to Akvanamova. Back to Nizam Khan. Into 22, the Bulls go. Akvanavolt going to Marco Verstappen. Albert Low with the carry. Lie, that was Bernard Ludwig, I think that is Albert Low. Now Steman Hans on the left-hand side here. Finley Beaton trying to get over that ball. Yeah, ball's in the front foot, but I've locked it on in the process. So, yeah, that's frustrating for Marco Verstappen. How did the Lions game end? With a Willem Albert's conversion. That's not even a joke. He literally got the final conversion. Not entirely sure why he was taking it, but he did. He managed to get a try and just by the polls. Willem Albers took the conversion. Yeah, final score 61 points to 19. I would reckon Billy looks a bit tired. And Joe Moody saying, as an Irish fan, it's ridiculous. Connacht sit with Carty at 10. He's absolutely useless. Way too many mistakes every game. Well, that's quite I wouldn't say it's a glowing review for the man. Let's see, won't we? A lot of fans in, checking the footy score, I'm sure, on their phones. Yeah, and speaking of the footy score, what is the footy score? There's also some golf on at the moment, the Joburg Open. Forest, City and Liverpool drew 1-1. That's a nice result for the league. Newcastle, Chelsea drawing 1-1. That will be a nice result for the league. Nottingham Forest, there's only blooming games alive at the moment. Forest versus Brighton is currently sitting at 1-1. So it seems to be a draw weekend, eh? Yeah, Newcastle draw would do quite nicely, actually. As a United fan, means that if we win, we go ahead of them and up to 6th place. Woo! Right, we are finally ready to get underway, back on the way here with the scrum. And that's going to go down once again. Penalty. Ooh. Tell you what, Finley beat him at a knee on the ground at one stage, but I think the ref... Oh, no, it's called up from the side. So it's from the touch judge. So they're reckoning that Finley beat him did nothing wrong. Then Gerard Steenekamp, in fact, was the one that infringed. So penalty for Connacht, a free clearance here for Jack Carty. .25 minutes played so far. Let's see where the issue is here. Yeah, there he goes. Head goes down onto the ground. So struggling a little bit over there is Gerard Steenekamp. It's a nice test for him. He goes short, though, to Connacht. Ball goes out to Carty. Ball back inside to Ralston. Good to tackle there coming from the Zamkar and Mark Verstappen away to the threat. Carty looking to run around. Showing go there from Hawkshaw. Nice good tempo here from Connacht. Delaying the pass there to Ralston, who then goes to the boot, and that's a dreadful kick. Absolutely dreadful. One of the worst kicks I've ever seen. He looked a bit off balance there. And it wasn't really a chip. It wasn't I don't even know what that was, to be honest. All I know is that it wasn't very good. Van der Valk goes to David Creel. Back on the angle goes Markov and Staden. How's that Burger? Going to Albert Low. Billy LaRue. Oh, it's great. Oh, I'll tell you what, if Albert Low had held on to that, it would have been brilliant. Billy LaRue was juggling it, trying to get it back in play, and eventually actually just tapped it towards Albert Low, then can't hold on to it. Could have worked out really nicely, yeah. Wasn't a great pass, and you could just see it then just taps it. Should have actually probably taken it, should have Albert Low. I don't think he's expecting it. It was actually really well handled by Billy LaRue after a pretty poor pass. I would say, yeah, Carr should have passed inside. Yeah, I think they would have scored if he had. Anyway, 50 points to 3. Nothing to panic yet, just for the Bulls. Still a 12-point advantage so far as they approach the half-hour mark. And I'm going to close the poll. So 80 people have voted. And they all reckon the Bulls are going to win. And I'm going to ask, what position should Moody play at the Bulls? Between 13 and 14. I want you guys to go and vote. Let's go and decide where Kenny Moody should be playing as a rugby. Very interested to see what you guys have to say about that one. Go down the left-hand side here. Byron Ralston is brought down by Stefan Hansen Creel. And it's a good pickup there, actually, from Murray. Had a very, very good penalty being won by Ruan Nokia. Interesting decision now for the Bulls to take. It is a penalty right in front of the poles. It will be very much a 3-point territory, which I don't think will be the worst idea. Keep that scoreboard ticking. Worry about the bonus points in the second half. They have taken the pole, so I think it's a good decision from Ruan Nokia. Good game management there. Just keep the scoreboard ticking over. Seal the win first, then worry about the bonus points. Yeah, so 5 votes so far. Yeah, go and vote. What do we reckon? Where should Moody be playing? That is what the poll is in the comments. So go and cast your vote and have your say. Yeah, pretty good strike from Van der Vault. He had plenty of distance on that. The flags go up. The Bulls add an extra 3. And they make it 18 points to 3 after just about 29 minutes. Look here, and they've missed it. In fact, it's come off Byron Rawson. Gone back on our sides. Turnover ball from the kicker was very much a poorly communicated kick there from the Bulls. And Connacht now on the front foot. Hurley Langton looking to try and carry strong. Carty going to Cathal Ford. Shows and goes. Brought down by David Creel. All right, Baxter back on the front foot here, but so far the Bulls defense holding pretty firm. Through goes, but Sean Jansen goes back on the inside. Good carry that. Now Ralston going to his opposite wing, Diamond Kilgillen. Penalty advantage here for Connacht, so free roll of the dice, really Jansen. I suppose it's Jansen, isn't it, really? I think he's New Zealand born. Ball's coming loose there, not too much going. And no advantage, they'll go back for the penalty. And Connacht, I assume, will go for the corner here. 15 points behind. You can make that up with penalties, but you will need quite a few. Although having said that, I think struggling to get going here, I think Connacht maybe should be taking the points, just getting themselves back on the board. Albert Lowe has got a big cut on his left-hand side. He's going to go off and have to get that seen too. He's full of blood. So here comes Carl Brink. Yeah, they're alternating 3 years. So Jack Carty will add 3 points. Will hopefully add 3 points to the Connacht tally. And yeah, I think that's just taking the points and off. There's still a lot of rugby to be played. So I suppose if you can get some points on the board, it'd be foolish to turn them down. Yeah, no issue there from Jack Carty. Right, 18 points to 6 after 31.5 minutes. A bit of travelling support for Connacht. Nice little block of fans there. It's good to see. I'm going to sneeze now. Bless me. Oh, dear. Right, the restart from Jakob van der Walt. Goes down the right-hand side. Gone pretty deep there. It's been fumbled by Cattleford, who eventually goes to his left boot to try to find the clearance. And a better clearance than last time. It'll be a line out about 5 meters or 6, well, probably about 10 meters past the 22. For the Bulls can get themselves back on the front foot. I think Jake White will probably be fancying a try before half-time with 8 minutes to go. Pretty poor lineup, but it works out. It lands into Vilcolo, and Marco Verstappen goes on a run and sits down Hurley Langton, as he does often to people. But Azam Carr, what a stalwart of the game. Penalty advantage for the Bulls, so they can cancel out the 3 points that kind of just gotten if they want to. Showing go from Zach Berger inside to Ruan Nokia, and Ruan Nokia dives over. Unbelievable stuff here at Loftus as the Bulls score their 3rd try in half an hour. Very, very good awareness there from Zach Berger. Good try from Ruan Nokia. Good support play. He always is. He's always very good at that, isn't he? Does Ruan Nokia. And what did I say? I said Jake White would have fancied a try before half time. Well, there it is. Ask and you shall receive. It's a great little snipe there. And then ball back inside to Ruan Nokia. And they're only about 50 meters out anyway. So good work there. And that will knock the wind out of the sails a little bit for Connacht, who just scored some points, thinking, right, cool, we can sort of change a bit of momentum here, kind of get back into things. And then bang. And Jakob van der Walt makes no mistake. Right, 25 points to 6. Very, very good work here for the Bulls at home. John just says, have the Bulls lost yet at home in the URC? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have. Well, they've never beaten the Stormers. Jake White's never beaten John Dobson. Last minute the Bulls. So, yes. They've lost every game against Stormers at Loftus for a start. This season? No, I think they've only played 2 games at home. Well, this is their 2nd game at home. Right, deep restart there to Sergio Peterson. Sergio Peterson's getting a bit involved here. Hasn't had too much of the ball so far. Against European opposition, I'm not entirely sure. Both times they played against Leinster, I think they played them towards the end of the season, for example. And, yeah, let me see if I can find that stat. It's a good chase, though, from the kick of the head. Or Halloran being put under a bit of pressure. A lot of kind of players having to be committed to that ruck. Colin Riley goes to Murray. Now Carty. That's great run being run there by Cattleford. Cattleford's in the middle there. Long pass out wide. Has he got the pace? Sebastian Leclerc's desperately getting there, but he's over. He's over. Good show of pace there. Good finish in the end. And nice line being run. And a very nice try being created by Cattleford and finished by Diarmuid Kilgallen. And Connacht hit back. The referee wants to have a check or something. I'm not entirely sure what. Just shaky to see if he was out. He's okay. He's okay. The legs come up. The legs are up. The legs are up. What a finish. Great finish. It's a great finish from him. It really is. Very, very impressive. Which says Bulls are not lost against European teams at Loftus. Well, there we go. Does that include the Champions Cup last season? I know they beat Lyon at home. They went out of the Champions Cup. Did they actually even qualify for playoffs? I think they did. Well, there you go. Thank you, Christian. Apparently not. So, Jack Carty now with the conversion to try and make this a 12-point game once again. High scoring half, which I think you're going to get. I think, it's so hard. I think the concentration will fade and there'll be moments of sloppiness and people turning off a little bit. Jack Carty's given that a pretty big thump and it's pretty straightened up pretty well. It's a good conversion from him. 25 points to 13. I'd love to go over as traveling support. I'm going to go follow the Lions next year for a bit. Bit of Italy. That's a great line being run. Again, it's slightly lazy from the Bulls. It's a great pass out toward... it was almost a great tackle from Sebastian de Klerk. I think another 10 meters he would have had him. But not being able to bring him out there. It's a good take and kick. Coming from Colm Riley there. Yeah, much better clearance that. Much better restart there from Connacht. Right, so Albert Lowe is being replaced for Blood, whilst Akfan and Merva has gone off as well, I think. Yeah, Jan Hendrik Wessels is on. Akfan and Merva is off for an HIA test. So Jan Hendrik Wessels is on. And it's a bit of a scrappy line, but eventually it rides down to the players. And Jack van der Walt sees a bit of space, wants to go himself. It's quickly closed. Ball available for Zach Berger. Pops up to Bernard Ludwig. Now Carl Brink. Oh, that's a big hit on him. From him, rather. Just chipping over the top for Sergio Peterson. It's just too far. It's going to be marked. It was the worst option. It was just too much on it, really. It's a great clearance. Really going to take it quickly though. Those are back inside Jakob van der Walt. Fires with Sergio Peterson. And he goes to Sebastian de Klerk. He sees a bit of space. And he's brought down by the halfway line. His car eventually arriving as the scrum off. Goes to Ruan Nokia. Jakob van der Walt lifts it high in the air. Interesting camera work here, but eventually it falls back towards the Bulls, back to the hands of Nizam Carr, who goes powering it forward. Zachberg goes towards the right side. Really long pass out. What's a great pass to David Creel, and he gets it out to Sebastian de Klerk, who's got Sergio Peterson on the inside. And I think it came off a Connacht hand, and Villy Leroux has the try on debut. Well, how's that to start your Bulls career? Big smile on his face. I think it comes off a Connacht hand. I think this try will stand. So you're going to have a look here. It did come off a hand and go towards the Connacht try line. So if it's off a Bull's hand, it'll be forward, but I don't think it was off a Bull's hand. I think he tried to throw this back inside to Sergio Peterson. I think it caught the hand of Hawkshaw. There it is. Sebastian de Klerk throws it back inside. Sergio Peterson doesn't touch it. Then it bounces up towards Villy Leroux. Yeah, I think try has been awarded there. So Villy Leroux gets his first try. Jakob van der Walt. That's another good conversion from him. Right, and the Bulls are marching on to 32 points. Bonus try sorted. Bonus point. I think. Yeah. Bonus points secured in the first half. Good work here from the Bulls. And this is this is the Connacht side, by the way, that beat the Sharks last weekend. And the Bulls are busy dismantling them. Very, very interesting what we can do in a bit of opposition. It's a good take from Carl Brink, and he managed to ride the tackle of Rawston, get away from it, and make a couple of yards. Good players, Carl Brink, and Jakob van der Walt had enough. He just pops it out because it is half time. And the Bulls will go down the tunnel with a very, very healthy lead after a very decent first half. Have some oranges and come back and probably pick up where they left off. We'll see you guys in about 10 minutes. Please do smash a like on the video. Go and vote on the poll as well. Let me know where you think KM is going to play as rugby. I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, and we're back. 32 points to 13. That is correct. So Bulls are beating Connacht quite substantially at the moment. Very good first half from the home side, who are looking red hot in front of their home fans. And we will very shortly. Connacht will be playing right to left in the second half as the captain, Jack Currie, gets back underway. And he goes down the left-hand side, targeting Zam Carl. He's been very solid, apart from one sort of moment where I think he could have created another try. But what does that matter? They are sitting with plenty of tries, plenty of points, and a full half ahead of them. Akapanamuva, by the way, is back on the park. He was off for an HIA, waiting to see if Albert Lowe managed to get patched up. I think he had him over there as well, so it looks like they're back to the normal 15. And very, very nice carry that from Kilgallen, who scored a very nice try in that first half. Now Finley Beelum, one of the Irish stars for Connacht. Riley popping it up, and that is a replacement though for Connacht. Sean O'Brien takes it in. They'll try and work out who he's on for. I think it could be Hurley Langton. Because there goes Hurley Langton. So I think it's Oisin Darling, in fact, who's gone off. Because there is Joe Joyce. Nice carry there. Good line being run there by Kilgallen. Carty back to Joe Joyce. Good hands. Drawing pass here. Back on the inside goes Byron Ralston. Just shy of the 22. Now go down the right hand side once again. Carty looking for options. Nice carry there. Back inside comes Cathal Ford. Into 22 they go. Now they go down the left hand side. Very direct is Darren Murray. Jack Hardy looks to go himself, trying to get his hands to the tackle there. Slightly isolated. He's had cars on that ball. The ball is available there for Colin Riley. Now ball over the top on the bounce to Hurley Langton. Making a yard or two. Not really making too much progress here, Connacht. Joe Joyce now. Trying to get on the front foot. And Zach Berger's gone over that on the ball, but has eventually come back to Connacht's side. Disrupting things there. Now the replacement, Sean O'Brien. We're going to try and up the ante here. Ball comes loose. Goes back to Joe Joyce. Now 1 or 2 yards being gained. Now Carty. Back to Carty. Shows and goes. Gets his hands to the tackle and eventually finds O'Halloran. Slightly isolated, but support does arrive. Now goes back to Carty. Pops it to Hurley Langton. Left-hand side, now they work their way back down the right-hand side. The ball's gone a bit loose. Byron Ralston needs to get back on the front foot here, outside the 22. So 20 phases, and yet going backwards at the moment on Connacht. Good defenses from the Bulls. They go back to Joe Joyce to try and get them on the front foot. Good discipline as well, also being shown by the home side. Ralston. Almost obstruction there. And once again going backwards there. So Connacht really just can't get any go-forward ball. And that looks a bit like Oisin Darling, which can't be because somebody has to have gone off. Right now, Jackie goes for the cross kick. Good take, though. It comes back inside. Good work there from Kilgallen. As I said, scored a very nice try in the first half. Cathal Ford. It's just maybe a little bit laboured. Now, kick a chip over the top from Carty, and he's regathered. Nice little innovation there from on the fly half. That's got them into the 22. That's the kind of momentum they needed. Now a bit of a hand in there, potential penalty. No, just turnover ball. Stefan Gans gives it inside to Marco van Staden. Van Staden tackle just outside the 22, looking for a quick ball, pick up and go from Alred Lowe. Pops it to Stefan Gans. Stefan Gans finds it out towards Jacob van der Walt. Does Jacob van der Walt have the pace? I don't think he does. Fires it back inside to Zach Berger, gets around his defender. That is a brilliant pass, brilliant try. Frustrating from Connacht, brilliant from the Bulls. And they get the first score of the second half. That's very good. That's good. That's a good try to turnover ball. Very, very good. Brilliant pass from Jacob van der Walt. He knew he didn't have the pace to go all the way. And then good awareness from Zach Berger. It was a good pick up and go there from Alred Lowe. Stefan Gans, nice pace being shown there. Jacob van der Walt, off he goes. He knows he doesn't have the pace. Fires out a pretty long pass to Zach Berger. Just steps inside Byron Ralston. So in the first half, I said, which position should Moody be playing at the Bulls? 51 votes, by the way, and 82% saying he should be playing in the number 13 jersey. So interesting. I'll be interested to see. I'll be very keen to see what he comes where he comes on a bit later and who he replaces. Whether he will come on at 14 or come on at the centers. He wants to play at 13. I think is where he sees his long-term future. We're now having a check here. Right, what are we looking at here? Not quite sure what we're waiting to see here. Sounds like it was an earlier incident. So this try could yet to be ruled out. I could put him over there playing the scrum off Colm Riley. That's what they're having a look at. That was what caused the turnover. I want to see what the ref has to say about this. Come on, referee, what's the decision here? So Akpan has played Colm Riley here. He's come through and he's hit his arm. To say he's not supporting his body weight, I think, is a bit far-fetched, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, he's gone through. I think they created that yellow card, to be perfectly honest. I think that's a very strange call. To say he's not supporting his own body weight, where he's standing up, and then he like jumps across, and like in doing so, he's leaning on the player. But if the player wasn't there, he'd still be there. But it's a yellow card for Akpan. The try will be ruled out, and back to 32 points. As Akpan goes to the bin, I think he's actually just been replaced. Looks like Albert Lowe might be captain here, by the way, which is an interesting one. Right, so a yellow card to the Bulls for Akpan. A penalty for Connacht, who surely are not taking the points. Surely they're going to go to the corner here. Yeah, Carter's got ball in hand. He will go for the corner. Right, well, let's see if Connacht can sort of cause a bit of a stir here. A couple of tries, while they're down to 14 men. Could make this a bit interesting. Front line out to Harry Langton. So far pretty well defended, not really going anywhere. Use it as the call. Riley comes away with it, goes himself, brought down by Zach Berger. Connacht 7 meters out. Now big carry there coming from Sheen Darling. So it must be Sean Jansen who didn't come back on then. It was replaced by Sean O'Brien. Here we go from Joe Joyce. He's just short. Much better yet from Connacht on the doorstep. Yanko's trying to put on, by the way, for the Bulls. And there's the try. There is the try. Right. Well, that's going to make life a bit interesting. A yellow card, a try quickly from Connacht. Is there yet a bit of a comeback on the cards? Yeah, it was a really good carry there from Joe Joyce. I think that's what really laid the platform. And then as Marco started kind of rolling away, just bang, used a bit of a shield and it goes over. Yeah, it's really clever actually by Ty McElroy. It's a good try. Clever work from him. Right, and then there is the conversion. So, 32 points to... Has he missed it? No. Sure he was. Why haven't they updated it? Yeah, it's 32 points to 20. Right, 12-point game and 8 minutes still on the yellow card for Akpan Merva. So Connacht score next. And we could have a game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Bulls taking the time to get back to the halfway, as you can imagine. They go down to the right-hand side. They've gone pretty short this time, though. And it's come off of, and forward. Off of a Shane Darling. So it will be a Bulls scrum. That's what they need. A bit of momentum change. Time to run down the clock a little bit. All right, it's coming up for the Bulls. As the time ticks down, and then Akpan Merva for Yarkos to bring on Jan Hendrik Vessels. So they've got a scrummaging option there. Pretty good looking scrum there for the Bulls. Zach Berger picks up and goes to Sebastian de Klerk. Nice, solid hard work there being done by the number 14. Zach Berger now goes to Alred Lowe. Zach Berger goes to Jakob Swanepoel. His first carry, he's driven backwards, but also goes to Zach Berger in the tackle. Goes to Currie Stellenkamp. And for the Volk goes to Billy over the top towards Sebastian de Klerk, comes back inside. Back for the Volk to Jakob Swanepoel. Currie Stellenkamp now back on the angle. David Creel stepping inside of one, eventually brought down. And the ball's gone loose now. Sergio Peterson's having to go back and fetch it. Sergio Peterson, we're getting away from a couple of defenders, eventually brought down. Ball's all the way back at their 10-meter line, though. Brilliant fires out towards Stefan Khans on the run. And that's a horrible pass to Sebastian de Klerk, and will go out and be a line out for Connacht. Yeah, poor. I think we have a water break from the looks of it. Actually, Dali's being replaced. Bit of spray on everybody, bit of sunscreen. I don't think it is, but could use it, I'll tell you what. Could have gotten pretty burnt if you were at Ellis Park earlier. That was hot. And not a lot of shade then at that time either. . Bournemouth are hammering Sheffield United. That's interesting. Bit of footy on at the moment. The Premier League is back this weekend. And if you are a football fan, you have exciting news for you for next week. So stay tuned for that. Burnley beating West Ham. That's interesting. And it's a turnover ball there for the Bulls. That works for them. As Alred Lowe comes away with it. So they're laying the pass going to Jakob van der Walt. He fires it out to Sebastian de Klerk. Goes to Stefan Gans. Stefan Gans steps back on the inside. Villarreal's just been left behind by Cyril Peterson, who goes out into touch. It's all got a bit sloppy in the last few minutes here. Nice for this game to sort of tightened up a little bit. So a couple of subs here, by the way. And Connor Oliver is on for Oisin Darling. He's wearing the 23, but he has a flank. Now Connacht line just outside 22. Much better line. Goes to Joe Joyce. Goes all the way back to Carty. He hammers it downfield. Cyril Pearson is there. Gives it inside to Villarreal. Villarreal looking at his options. Brings it up to Sebastian de Klerk. Sebastian de Klerk comes back on the left-hand side. The ball's been lost forward and turned over by Cathal Ford. So a penalty, a knock-on advantage here for Connacht with turnover ball. Sean O'Brien wants up to a decent run. Now Colin Riley back to Carty. Carty, middle of the park, bit of a nothing kick that really. Actually, having said that, the bounce needs to hold up. It's going to go all the way. It's going to go all the way. It is indeed going to go all the way. It'll be a scrum all the way where he's kicked it. I did say it was a bit of a nothing kick, and yeah, it's not gone particularly well. It'll be a bull scrum all the way back where Jack Carty kicked it inside his own half. I'll take a bit of a while to get going here. It's just been a very long game. It was just me. I feel like everything's taken longer than it really should have. And then after this, the Sharks. Kicking off in about 45 minutes. Can they get their first victory of the season? Evan Smith back. Oxen Chair back. Jaden Hendrickson back. Makazuma Pimpy back. Grant Williams back. So all the Springbok talent back in that Sharks side. The question is how much of a difference will it make? Find out, won't we? Yeah, Wilco Long on impressed with that scrum earlier. Use him to go down the right hand side. Zapper goes to Jakob van der Walt. Jakob van der Walt grabs through. And pops up quite nicely for Halloran. He's tackled by Stefan Gans. Colin Wright taking his time there. Goes to Joe Joyce. Goes back to Jack Carty. Jack Carty hammers down the middle of the field. Villarreal underneath it. Right, what is Villarreal going to do? He's looking for options. Sees a bit of space on that left-hand side. Searching about 50-22. Oh, my goodness. That is brilliant from Villarreal. Goodness me, that is good. Saw the space. Jack Carty was hoping he was going to be out to the full. And that is absolutely inch perfect from Villarreal. Jack Carty thought it was out in the full. You can see he was doing this. And then, bang, distance side. Try and debut for Billy LaRue, 50-22. Along a couple of years ahead, I reckon, for him. a couple of good years ahead of him. He sort of finishes off the end of his, sort of brings his career down to a close. He's getting on the edge, still plenty of years in him. But I think so valuable in terms of the experience. Eben Hunt with a bit of a break there. Good angle being run there now. Jan-Hendrik Wessels. Jan-Hendrik Wessels is just short, thought about placing, and then was stopped from doing so. And that could be a penalty try. It is a penalty try, I think. I mean, this Conor Oliver, you got to feel good for him. Or is it Hurley Langton? Yeah, yellow card now for Connacht. Just in time for the Murray to come back on, actually. So you remove that card and add one to Connacht. Yeah, Conor Oliver, yeah, is the man. And you can just see, so it's Jan Hedges with a brilliant carry, and then Conor Oliver's trying to get himself back on side, and Zach Berger basically just throws into his hands. And he's almost tackled by his own team as well. Pick up tap and go, yeah, for the Bulls. Just short. Ulrich Low, just short. Nizam Kaur is over. Easy as you like. Easy as you like. Yeah, just really, very much. I think that's an important try to actually just really, remove any sort of doubts and reinforce the fact that they're in control here. And I think the big thing is to sort of stop the belief that Connacht might have had after that try with the yellow card. Didn't really manage to kick on afterwards, but that's an important try for the Bulls. We've seen two high-scoring affairs in the two high-fought games. Nice dry conditions and nothing else. Very, very hot, but also that means very dry. So it does open itself up towards some running rugby. Volts kicked very nicely off the tee, and he does so once again. As the extras, 39 points to 20, back to a 19-point game. Right, Canan Moody is on, and we're having a water break. I want to know who he's on for as Finley Beanham leaves the park. He's in the 23 jersey. Who has he come on for? Are we seeing him at the outside centre? And Rose appear on as well. Alright, no, not going to tell us. Tanzama's on the field as well. Let's see if we've got the replacements here. No. Right, Jack Hardy goes on the left-hand side. I think that's Sebastian de Klerk still on. Sergio Peterson's still on. So I do think that Canan Moody has come on at outside centre. Should be able to see at this, really. Yeah, he is. Canan Moody at outside centre. And so it begins, I think, for the Bulls. Good Terry and take there from Halloran. Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of him from this season. I think that his transition to 13 will be done this season, and I think that I'll be interested to see where he starts next week if he does start at 13. That's good hands. Another kick ahead might be too hard. No, the bounce will be all right. He's got a lot of time to make a decision here. Does down his belly roof for a goal line dropout? Yeah, I think that. Currie Lawrence coming back, for example, probably in place of either Sergio Peterson or Sebastian de Klerk. I'm not sure which one they're willing to sacrifice, for example. But if you put Canan Moody in the wing, you have to sacrifice both the current wings and stuff. I think Sergio Peterson's a nice player, so I'd probably expect to see Currie Lawrence in the 14 jersey. Sebastian de Klerk making way for him. Jack van der Walt deep from the restart on the right-hand side. Looking to build up some steam here to Halloran. He loses the footing just before going into contact. Carty. Chambers Hurley Langton. Decent carry there as well. From, I think it's, I don't know, is that Sam Elo? He's just come on. That's a big knock on there. Turnover boy for the Bulls. That double knock on. So it will be a Bulls scrum. And you can see that Hawkshaw is not particularly impressed. Not sure with what. Yeah, it's just pretty poor take from him in the end. Guilty of almost looking up, actually, at the defender. Right, who's making their way off? You have a Connacht. It is Buckley, and so Dooley is on for Buckley. But we'll be after the game. I think we'll be live for the Sharks game. We'll have a Rudes with the Rude Meister. And he'll be taking you through that Sharks game to see if Sharks can finally win a game. It will be their first game of the season, first win of the season if they do. That's how bad their season is currently going. So not been a good time for the Sharks, but I reckon they'll probably get the win tonight. I don't see how they don't, really. Let me see that. I didn't see how they're going to lose to Zebra, and they did. So Bruce Pierre goes to Jakob van der Walt. He then goes to Kane Moody, and that's his first touch in the URC season, and he's knocked it on. That's pretty poor as well from Kane Moody, to be honest. Not his best first start. Might have won a World Cup, Chief, but you're still going to try to catch a ball. I have a scrum, yeah. First scrum with the two new props for Connacht. As well as Ewan de Butler. So it's a brand new front row for Connacht. Let's see if they can try and find some dominance against the Bulls front row, which has also been changed. I don't think Mornay Smith's on just yet. No, he is. I was looking for a tight end with hair, and there is a tight end with hair. Solid scrum there. Breaks with the back there. Does Sean O'Brien's been very good coming on. A lot of energy has the number 20. And a penalty being won there for Marco van Staden. Almost doing too well. Sean O'Brien almost got himself a little bit isolated. Then Marco van Staden on him like a flash. Winning the penalty. Relieving the pressure. And Jakob van der Walt will now find touch further downfield. Good take the Ambrose Pierre. Goes to David Creel on the front foot. So carry there from Alred Lowe. Ambrose Pierre fires out to Nizam Carr. David Creel stepping back on the inside. Good carry from him. And Jakob van der Walt back on the angle. Jakob van der Walt finding a bit of space. Rose Pierre fires it out towards David Creel. Goes to Ulrich Low. I think he's kind of on-field captain. Goes to Andrew Vessels. Andrew Vessels got a bit of space down the right-hand side. He throws it back. Oh, my goodness. And how's that for a fortuitous try? He's throwing it back into Halloran. The ball's come loose. And David Creel has just dived on it. That's a gift. Early Christmas present. Well, it wasn't planned, but it worked out. Jan Hendrik Vessels, the big man. Ball in one hand. It was actually just knocked down deliberately almost from Al Halloran, but only as far as into the path of David Creel. Yeah, that sucks. It's exactly what he wanted to try and do. Except I think he backed there to be a Connacht player there to receive it. Six from seven so far has been Jakob van der Walt, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is the last kick and they bring on Chris Smith. I think it's the only player still left on that Bulls bench. Yeah, looking really good again. Yeah, he's looked really good today, has Jakob van der Walt. Yeah, I think that's him walking off as well. A bit of cramp there potentially as well. So Chris Smith, I'm sure, will come on now. Mental try that. Absolutely mental. Right, down the right-hand side, it goes Hanrahan, who has just replaced Jack Carty. So both teams pretty much emptying their bench. I think Callum Blade's the only player that's not on for either side. I just want to get confirmation that Chris Smith is indeed on. Yeah, that is Chris Smith. Lifted high by Ambrose Papier, and it's come off. And Sergio Peterson's what we're trying to get there. And good work there from Hanrahan. He's looking for a bit of support. Sean O'Brien runs into Ambrose Papier, who's full of energy at the moment. Show and go by it's now Murray. I think he's just come on as well now. Good hands this. Good tackle from Sergio Peterson on Tierney Martin. That's a great line being run. A brilliant line being run there by Connor Oliver. He's back on the park, so I can probably remove that yellow card. Good handling this from Connacht on the front foot here. No, it is indeed Callum Blade is on. That's a nice line being run by now. Murray pops it up. Oh, he thought about popping it up. Eventually does pop it up to Hanrahan. He just chips it over the top on the right, left hand space. And lets it go. Does Sebastian de Klerk. So it'll be a Bulls line out about 25 meters from the, actually about 10, maybe 15 meters from the try line. 25, lol. Let me get my measurements right here. Taking his time here as Ambrose Papier before he finds his clearance. He asks Pierre Tanzama to come and block for him. Ambrose Papier goes to the boot. Looking for the touch. Does find it. It's a good cut. I tell you what, I've been really impressed with Ambrose Papier in the last year. I feel like he's really, really come back into his own and playing some of the best rugby I've seen him play in a long time. So line there for Connacht. Conway going pretty flat to Cathal Ford. Now Hanrahan. Halloran. Good tackle there from Sergio Peterson. Kane Moody trying to get his hands on the ball. Elo. Good tackle coming on him. Now, bit of numbers down the right-hand side here. Oh, he's managed to hold on to it, Halloran. Ball back aside. Been left behind now. Mornay Smith is going to jump onto it. Goes down to ground. De Villaroo there to help out. Nice Pio Matanzima. All the way back to Chris Smith. Not too much on. So Chris Smith goes to the boot on the right-hand side. It's a really good touch finder as well. Just lands it just inside. It'll roll out. Sporting a bit of a moustache there, Chris Smith. It's not phenomenal. I mean, I wouldn't say it's meeting Stevie P standards. It's a great touch finder, that really is. Popping it up to Markov and Staden. Now back in his own car. He's worked tirelessly today. Keep one of the cans man of the match, to be honest. Villaroo goes to Pio Matanzima. Big hit on him. Villaroo directing traffic here. Going to David Creel. He goes out to Sebastian de Klerk, who comes back inside. Almost through. Looking for support. Gets the offload away to Carl Brink. Pick up and go for Sebastian de Klerk. Back involved. Carl Brink now helping him out. Rosa Pierre finds to Villaroo. Oh, it's a great pass to Henry Vest. A good step there. Hands to Matanzima. Hands to Chris Smith. Chris Smith is over. Is he? I assume. We actually we cut away from him. I assume he's awarded it. Yep. There's the 50 points. Good hands. Very, very nice hands. It takes him a while actually to get his hands free and actually put it down. Almost a very good tackle. And the Loftus faithful are very chuffed with life, as they should be. A lot of happy rugby fans in Gauteng today. Two teams getting bonus point wins. A lot of reason to have a few brandies tonight. His first conversion for the day, Chris Smith, as he converts his own try to make it 53 points to 20. Pretty similar scoreline. I think it's a Bulls by 5, by the way, on my Super Brew, so I don't think it's gone particularly well. Carl's blows kisses out there for Chris Smith. Man's a popular man. Rosa Pierre goes up. That's a good take there from Kilgillen. So 5 minutes left on the clock here. Flat from Hanrahan. Now Murray passes it back to Hanrahan. He goes to Cathal Ford. Goes himself. Worked hard so far today as Cathal Ford. Now on the right hand side, Hanrahan going to Hawkshaw. Good hands. There's good hands. Connor Oliver comes back inside. Now straight and true is Sean O'Brien. And a penalty there for not rolling. Against Markov and Starlin. It's a good return to life in Bulls colours. I think his return this season, well, last season rather, is what got him into the World Cup squad. Now he's a World Cup winner. Very, very interesting how certain decisions you make can be so life-changing. And I think that one was a big one for him. It's a good ball at the top there, and it goes back to Byron Rawston's. Good step on him as well. It's a bit of a messy line, but it's worked out all right in the end from Connacht. He's still got the ball and they've got front foot advantage here. Now Murray working hard. He's been pretty industrious. Pick up and go. It's good work there from Tenny Martin. Kind of good work here from Connacht there, trying to get on the front foot. They're 2 meters out here. Pick up and go. Makes a yard or two. Penalty advantage here for hands in the ruck there from his Markov for starting. Decided to go on the right-hand side, does Callum Blade. But is wrapped up by many Bulls players. No advantage. And if I'm the Bull, if I'm kind of taking a scrum or a tap and go here. Just says, will the Sharks be able to produce some good rugby like Lions? The Bulls have produced. Oh, wait, I forgot Bosch is starting. Yeah, you can go back in our fan forum and see what Chris had to say about Currie and Bosch. Wasn't particularly happy with him. Pick up and go. Still going off the tap and go. Over the top is the grounding. There is indeed. There is indeed. Connacht might yet have the last laugh here. But a consolation try there. That's a high-scoring game. And Seamus Hurley-Langton has been very busy tonight. He gets a try of his own. And Hanrahan as the extras. 2 minutes to go. And 53 points to 20. 25, 27. Should be now. Yeah, Bulls in absolutely no rush whatsoever. Run down a good 30-40 seconds then to that walk back to the halfway line. Seems like a couple of lights on working for Loftus on the other side. It's a bit of a dark hole. Marcus Smith goes pretty low, and it's on the run there to Cathal Ford. As we enter the last minute of the game. Callum Blade goes on the right-hand side. Good hands, good hands, good hands. Very, very nice hands. Byron Ralston's got Blade inside. Is Callum Blade going to go all the way? No. Billy's there to make the tackle. Penalty advantage here for Connacht. Not a great pass there to Halloran. I think actually the knock-on advantage. Otherwise, surely they would have taken the penalty. Right, so looking for another consolation try here, Connacht. Hanley's been a bit better in the last few minutes. Good work there. Very, very nice. Oh, looking for the intercept there was Ambrose Appear. Oh my goodness. The penalty's been reversed because of a chirp. Imagine. Imagine. I wonder what he said. Probably something like finally. And I think Bulls will just tap this and kick it out. Right, full time. Bulls 53, Connacht 27. Good game for the Bulls. Very good, very important victory for them. And they look good this season. I think that'll give them a lot of confidence moving into the next few weeks. Yeah, people, thank you very much. I'm going to send you over to the Sharks stream where Ruse will be taking you guys through that game. And that'll be the third game in a row that we've not only been live for, but that we are covering with a live commentary. So thank you very much for joining me. And I will see you guys next week. Thank you very much. And